Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Tales to Astonish starring the Submariner issue number 3. Um, I'm going to do some older comics in a couple of days, couple of weeks, because I found a new comic shop and I ordered some comics there, but the comic shop currently is closed because of vacation. And the shop that I've ordered previously is called Forbidden Planet in the UK. I'm not doing business with them anymore. For a very long time, I'm very unhappy with how they handle my stuff and others as well, because normally I would pre-order a new comic that comes out, and then I got a notification that that comic is somehow out of stock or is not, being in print anymore, or they cannot get a hold of that specific comic anymore for whatever reason. So, meaning I get sometimes issues after that. So I miss issue 2 or 1 or 2, and then I get issue 3 and then issue 6. And then when I ask them to send the other issues, and then, well, we cannot get them anymore, although I pre-ordered them. So that's so weird because, well, if I pre-order a comic, I should have get them instead of, not pre-order them. So I'm not doing business with them anymore. And then I'm not sure how the new comic shop is handling my business, but it's here in the Netherlands. So let's see what happens. So for the time being, I show you some older comics, and yeah, enough rambling. Let's dive in. So Submariner, he has been, along with Triton, being captured by Plantman, and it was a time when Plantman is still a guy and in a costume before he turned into a living plant or something, because that is what's happening now. And excuse me, I got a dry throat, so I need to drink something water. So yeah, so it seems that Plantman wants to destroy London, England. Because reasons. He was growing up there, I believe, and he wants to teach them a lesson, destroy them because they are. I don't know. I believe his origin story was some kind of a scientist, and people laughed at him, and so it is basically a revenge story. I don't know the whole origin of the Plant Man, but he's a throwaway minor villain. But it's fun to see him in comics anyway. And by the way, it's written by Roy Thomas and John Buscema. John Buscema is my favorite artist, one of my favorites, along with Kirby and a lot of other artists from that time period. And it seems that Plant Man wants to order, Namor to go there on his behalf for, to tell them to deliver his demands, if you will. And since Namor is is mostly invulnerable to sniper and other conventional weapons, he asked him, "Hey, you need to go there. If not, you gotta be sorry." So, and Namor says, "Fuck you." Well, in his words, and Plantman says, "Okay, well, if you do not listen to me and don't do what I want, I'm gonna teach you a lesson." So he teleports them somewhere else, and it looks really cool. And it seems that they are that they are imprisoned in some kind of a place, and there are some weird plant creatures that absorbs oxygen, so they are getting asphyxiated. But not only that, Triton, he cannot breathe outside of in the air for very long because he's a sea creature. Namor is a hybrid or a halfling, if you will. He can breathe outside and inside of the water. So, and they also have been bonded together by living, quote unquote, energy, and they cannot, separate from each other. So that's a big problem. So what's going to happen? Well, look at this. So Plantman says, "Hey, you do my bidding or you die." And Namor says, "Well, then Namor dies because he chooses death over above dishonor." And I love this time period because there was a time when almost every villain has a lair or a hideout or some secret cave with a lot of technology and apparatus that they are planning something big, making a doomsday device, if you will. I love that kind of stuff. You don't see that much anymore, unfortunately. So he uses what he calls a Vega ray to shoot some kind of a particle beam into an animated coral, and that coral transforms into a living Leviathan. And so he ordered the Leviathan to attack London, and he shoots a second beam so that he grows more and more and more. So, in the meantime, Namor is still in peril with Triton. So he sees some kind of a huge cactus, and he knows that cactus contains water. So you know what's going to happen. He smashes the cactus, gets replenished, and then they basically escape out of the prison. Which, it seems that the whole teleportation thing was a little bit weird to me because he is getting transported to another place of the well, I'm not sure if that's a cave or a compound or I don't know, some hideout. So they break through the walls and they are punching out Plant Man, and then they are decided to help the people of London. So they are so it basically was underwater. I didn't know that. Well, I did know because I read the comic, but I forgot. So it seems that they are near London, on a water cave or a water basement, whatever, and they attack the plant creature. The plant creature falls, and you see all this destruction. But the plant creature strikes back, but since it has no brain, it instantly forgets about them and goes on a rampage again. So it seems that the plant creature goes to the royal palace, and then we see the what's it called, the Buckingham Palace, and they are ordered to get Her Majesty to safety. But Namor founds some kind of a giant anchor and hurls at the creature, splits them in two. But what happens? The creature itself splits in two as well. With splitting in two, it becomes, has two beings that are alive and not phased by the anchor at all. So instead of killing them, there are now two Leviathans. So that's cool, I guess. It's a little bit weird, but hey, it's comics, right? So we see an ad for one of my favorite superheroes of all time, Rom. I got the whole collection, and I'm very proud of that. Cost me a fortune, by the way. But Rom, fantastic comic. Also by Buscema. Great. So moving on. Skipping. Yeah, we see here some dialogue with Vashti and Lady Dorma, who was still alive at that time. She was the lover of Namor before she was killed or died. Triton observes something, that the creature is, scared of flames because of all the destruction. So apparently and logically, there are flames and explosions around the creature. So they decided to, surrounding the creature with flames and then picking up a more Rom toys, by Parker Brothers, okay. No. So they go to some kind of facility or a factory, picking up some vat with oil and smash it into the two creatures that are basically now battling each other because they are stupid. And that ends the threat of the plant creatures. So more ads, skipping a few pages. And then the end is that, so this is a weird one. So Plant Man, come back to he's conscious again. And he wants to, destroy Triton and Namor because of the bands that there are, they are sticking together with the. So he wants to detonate that energy, but somehow because of the plant creatures are dead or destroyed, it has a feedback loop into his circuitry that he can control the the plant creatures with. So he realizes that now that the plant creatures are dead, the feedback loop erupts into, well, I'm explaining that a little bit wrong, but it's somehow, his machinery is now exploding and his hideout is now in flames, so he cannot kill Triton and Namor anymore. It doesn't make sense at all. How is a death of a creature causes a major feedback loop in your equipment and in your circuitry at your home base? It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, as you can see here, the Namor and Triton are not bonded with each other anymore, and they are, talking a little bit, and they are now friends. So they're calling each other friends instead of allies now. And Namor dives back into the ocean, going back to Atlantis, and that's the end of the book. So yeah, the story is a little bit weird, but it doesn't matter. It's fun, and that's why I read comics, just to have fun. Turn my brain off for a couple of minutes and move on to the next thing. Sometimes comics are very how do you say it? You can drown, or that's probably the wrong word, but go lose yourself in the art, in the story, and everything that surrounds it. But sometimes we have this, and that's good enough for me. So guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.